Can a car accident or a motorcycle accident cause a traumatic brain injury? Hey there, I'm Chris Klotz with the Stevenson and Klotz injury law firm here in Pensacola. We also have an office in Mobile. I am here to help maybe answer this question a little bit today. And first, let me start by saying I am not a doctor. So if you have any questions about things like, do I have a concussion or do I have a traumatic brain injury, the first thing you want to do is get in touch with your physician and ask them. But I do have a couple of pieces of information about, can the mechanics of having a car accident or a motorcycle accident cause you to have a traumatic brain injury? I've been doing this for a long time, and throughout the course of my helping people that have been involved in accidents, I have seen people who have been in car accidents or falls or motorcycle accidents have concussions or traumatic brain injuries. And the issue that comes up with a traumatic brain injury or a concussion is sometimes much more subtle than like a broken arm or a cut that you have to have stitches for. And so the most important thing is to keep an eye out for those classic symptoms of having a concussion, or if you're having trouble remembering things, or if you are having trouble focusing, or if you have headaches. And there's a long list of things that might be suggestive of you having some type of injury to your brain. Mechanically, the basics of how a TBI or a concussion happens is when you're hit and your head moves one way or the other, and your head suddenly stops because you're restrained by a seatbelt, or you have a helmet on and you hit something, or you hit your head on the ground, your brain keeps moving inside of your skull and will hit the inside of your skull. And sometimes it'll hit the part where the place where the contact is, and then sometimes it'll bounce back to the other side and have a bruise or some type of injury to the other side. And so it's possible in an accident where your head gets bumped around to have a concussion or a traumatic brain injury. Only a doctor can tell you whether you have a concussion or a traumatic brain injury. But I have seen people who have come in who have told me, hey, I've got these lingering headaches, or I can't focus, or I can't remember things, or I've got a brain fog, or I'm feeling tired all the time. And then sometimes if I'll tell them to go back and see their doctor and let them know that their head was injured in an accident, then the doctor can make a proper diagnosis about whether there's a concussion or some other type of traumatic brain injury. Again, sometimes the symptoms are subtle, and if you're dealing with something like a broken arm or a broken leg or something else that's really painful, like a hurt back or neck, it may not be the top on your list to think about, hey, did my brain suffer some type of trauma from being moved around inside of my skull when I had this injury? So that's something to keep an eye out. An automobile accident, a motorcycle accident, or a fall where you hit your head can definitely cause you to have a concussion or a traumatic brain injury. Talk to your doctor about it. If you think that you have a traumatic brain injury or a concussion, and you've already talked to your doctor, I'd be happy to talk to you about how that might impact your legal case if you have a case as a result of some type of accident or fall or something like that. I'm Chris Klotz. I'm one of the partners here with the Stevenson and Klotz injury law firm. Thank you for watching today, and thank you for trusting us with your case.